be a weird matchup. I think that Villager can do some crazy stuff with Water Shuriken out of pocket, but the problem really is that Greninja can definitely like give Villager a run for their money in the camp game.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the big problem that, you know, like you said, that Villager's going to run into here is that Greninja, being such a quick character, able to zone break very, very nicely. And Villager doesn't have a whole lot of great options to cover that 45 degrees, like right on top of them, you know, where Greninja loves to jump in with stuff like neutral air. You know, but we'll see how it all, you know, shakes out here, man. Like I said, Villager's another one of those characters you kind of forget is in the game and is not that bad. So.
No, this character, like, it's had a slow downward spiral since, like, the strong point in Smash 4 before DLC came out and just, like, ruined it.
Yeah, at one point you know, on a Smash 4 tier list, I believe Villager was as high as 11th, and then the meta kind of
Then
shifted.
Cloud happened.
Yeah.
And then Bayonetta happened.
Yeah, then anime characters happened.
Yeah.
And then, you know, all hell broke loose. But, you know, right now, I think AMA's doing a good job at least keeping things close. That's all you can really ask for against Villager, because it's only a matter of time before the, you know, the rug gets pulled out violently from underneath you. One
of the benefits, though, that AMA will have to see if he can do it off stage is using things like that counter, the shadow sneak, as well as like the tricky angles on up B. We're already seeing him use counter as just a really good way to get around Lloyd.
Yeah, no, that's super huge for him. Substitute isn't as like, it's not, you know, a bad counter by any stretch of the imagination. It's not that great either, just because it sets you up potentially for you know, a really bad follow-up. But no, AMA is making great use of it just as, you know, as a zone breaking tool.
And you can actually change the direction that Greninja flies at out of Substitute. So what we're basically seeing is that every single time that Laska does a slow Lloyd rocket, AMA can just mix up the direction and say, I hope you're covering this way.
I think that's so cool, man. Greninja's such a cool character. Goes for the back throw strictly for Sage positioning.
Tries for that back air, but could not quite connect as Laska just manages to dodge, moving his hurt box a little bit with that Lloyd pull.
Okay, goes for a very risky shadow sneak in the middle of the stage, but AMA able to survive to see the other end of it.
And just barely clashes with that up smash, too. AMA is just making it out barely and then getting the kill.
My man is dead. That's crazy.
That's wild. Wait, did neutral air clash with Slingshot? Damn, Slingshot's bad.
Yeah, the duality of Slingshot for sure.
It's so good and then so bad when you just realize that, oh, if I have the slightest disjoint, I just beat it.
It's a tree out right now, so, you know, maybe look to see AMA kind of slow it down a bit, obviously knowing that, you know, as long as the tree's in front of him, he can't add his approach as safely as he'd like to.
Just double down tilt in the forward smash. Just do it, AMA. I love it.
That's crazy.
Just like, I know you're going to hold in.
Yeah. Someone's smashing. All right. Both players are kind of a stalemate right now. Again, the Substitute, you know, buying AMA a free route, you know, in on Villager's grill.
And just the angles he keeps choosing, Laska just seems to have no answer to that Substitute. It's so difficult, it feels like, to just guess where he's coming from. There's really no tell for it at all.
Yeah. Like you said, with the direction you can control, you know, we even saw him do the upward variant, which you very rarely see. But Laska, again, continuing to tick away, you know, at Greninja stock right here.
And that's kind of the tale of the matchup. It's always against Villager, death by 1,000 cuts, 1,000 slingshot bolts, 1,000 tiny Lloyd conversions. Like, eventually, I'll go ahead and kill you, but it's going to be slow.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As we see, you know, that just coming to fruition here. But again, Laska also has to be careful. You know, Greninja, a character with some pretty good burst options. That's the second time he's gone for that, but has missed the second hit of the forward smash.
All right, duff him up, get him off stage, set up that tree, and does actually grow it. So now Laska has access to that axe, one of Villager's few moves that can actually kill so easily, but doesn't need it. Gets the up smash instead.
Yeah, that was a great call out on Laska's part, knowing that AMA was probably going to jump in with a nair, throwing out the Lloyd to force the jump, and then following up nicely with the up smash.
And that's one of the things that Villager mains are so good at, is conditioning your options when they put out a Lloyd. All they need to do is keep watching what you're choosing, and eventually they can say, well, I'm going to count on this.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, neutral air once again going to lose.
Shadow Sneak? That was wild. Okay.
It does have priority. You know, we are at a Pokemon tournament here. We must at least follow the rules somewhat. Am I right?
True, true. So now last stock here, but already Laska's starting to open up this percent deficit. AMA's got to go ahead and just get in. He's having trouble just getting something started here.
Oh, wow.
left dash attack into the up smash, gets him free 32%, and then just toss the pot at him.
I love that move so much. Just doing dash attack off the platform is so disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, keep with the Pokemon theme. We're weak to grass attacks, yeah?
Yeah, you raise a very strong point there. Ooh,
Gets the
okay.
parry. There we go. Finally catching on to it.
Yeah, he's starting to be a little bit more conscious of it. Like, once you've seen a gimmick enough times, you know, you definitely start to catch on to it. Once again, Shadow Sneak going to buy AMA some space. Laska maybe once again trying to read that jump in.
I think he really wants to go, yeah, try to get the bowling ball, but not quite going to finish off. Not going to get the grab either.
Yeah, that could have been huge, a huge opening for AMA to punish Laska on the missed grab, but I guess a little bit short coming out of his dash.
Only gets the weak hit of the neutral air too right there, as that substitute was a bit ill-advised.
Yeah, once again, using the Lloyd Rocket as a follow to try to get himself in the thick of things here.
Neutral air? Okay. Every time that kills, I have to like sit back and laugh. It's like you really dodged just that little cartwheel, the slow moving cartwheel out of shield. All right, okay, I guess you get that stock.
That might be the best like zoom in freeze frame I've ever seen. Just Villager just upside down looking silly. Like that was so funny.
So good. All right. So on to game 2 here. It definitely felt like AMA was boxing really well at the start of that game, but Laska just pulled it away. The last stock and a half or so, it just felt like Laska had AMA's page.
Yeah, once he started adjusting better to like, okay, if you choose to use substitute here, you're going to overshoot that way, you know, and Laska just did a better job just positioning himself to be able to punish that better.
Tightening up his defensive options, Laska managed to get game 1. We'll have to see what AMA's response is. Final destination to pick. And you're normally a stage that actually like benefits campier characters like Villager too.
Yeah, I think this could go.
Oh no, are you getting wobbled?
Oh.
For a solid 30% from the left and right hooks there. Laska tossing out them jabs with aplomb.
Oh no, okay. The timber could have been an effect right there, but good stuff there from AMA. Good thing there's no oxygen in space. That tree's not going to hurt him. But again, like you said, the interesting counter pick to FD here. It must be a comfort pick thing for AMA, you know, because under no other circumstance would you want to take a zoner here.
Yeah, typically you're thinking, well, Villager to get to drop bowling balls from platforms and toss like the plants off the platforms and stuff, but I think that's a lot less like fearsome than just like the fact that you have to move around Lloyd without any platforms, and you have to move around Slingshot without any way to reset your jump.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see, you know, if AMA can turn it on, because he is losing a lot of steam right here. Oh,
gets sniped. Oh, and he actually manages to get behind Laska. Laska definitely fully committed to that bowling ball right there after getting the snipe.
This is why you play with bumpers on people. All right, so AMA getting a second chance of life here after Laska dropped that edge guard.
Oh, and gets up. Just get me out of here. Do not want.
I forgot how high Greninja goes when he actually like does the upward variant of that move. Ooh, having to be very careful with the spawning hitbox of the tree.
Shield pressure. No change in Laska's expression, but you know with the axe on deck, this man smells blood.
Well, axe will be gone, though, as the tree does vanish.
Just dodging out of that back air attempt, but not that one. Is that a trade? It is. Both players losing their stock as that back air cuts through both Lloyd and Laska.
What's a Pokemon match without some trades, Scabs?
There we go.
All right, so, you know, that's definitely a relief for both sides. You know, I think AMA sensed that, you know, if he didn't take that stock, things could potentially kind of roll away from him. But, you know, putting it back to an even playing field, now has himself a lead here. Not
so much, though, as Laska's already just brought it back with these barrages of slingshots. That's the thing. You can't like let yourself get dispirited. You can't really like change up your playstyle too much when you're getting pelted with these things.
Yeah, that forward air is definitely like something you have to.
That's a tilt maker right there.
Oh yeah, like it's one of those. It's just a move that infuriates me every time I get hit by it.
Every single time, and I'm gonna get hit with it 100 times a match. At the end of it, I'm gonna try to swing on Laska.
It's a lot of marbles, man. Like, it's gonna leave a bruise at some point. Yeah, just kind of hanging out by the ledge. Laska's doing a really good job on his ledge trapping.
But what I think we're gonna have to see here is if like this match keeps up the way it is, what's gonna like decide who ends up taking it is if AMA can actually get these early kills, or if he's gonna fall prey to some of Laska's options instead.
Yeah, here's Johnny for sure. So good stuff there from Laska, finally able to capitalize on that axe. But AMA answering back immediately with the forward smash of his own, so back at an even stock game here.
Only 28% so far, so yeah, this is just about even considering the percents that we've seen these players kill at.
There you go, AMA having stage control right now. Laska kind of boxed into a corner, but, you know, Villager, not a character that I think hurts too much from having your back towards your opponent. That's because having, you know, being able to camp with back air and Lloyd Rocket.
Yeah, that kind of feels like one of the weaknesses of Villagers, that his ledge pressure and his edge pressure really only result in more damage. It rarely results in stocks.
Ooh, going bowling right there, though. If that connected, that definitely would have spelled curtains for AMA.
Yeah, very good high recovery right there, recognizing exactly what Laska has planned.
There you go. Once again with the neutral air out of shield. That's been a factor in the matchup that I think has been huge also. Just Villager having a quicker out of shield option than Greninja does. Because that's kind of where that character struggles, that his out of shield options are mediocre.
Yeah, and we're not really seeing AMA adjust to it either. And that's really a big problem right there.
See AMA starting to get a little bit panicky with his air dodges here, so we could potentially see another axe in play here, Scabs.
Yeah, at 127, that will definitely finish it off. Laska tosses back that water shuriken. Again, blocks another one with Lloyd Rocket. AMA just can't really get his own projectile game going here.
Ooh, gets the parry out of the back air. You see AMA swinging now. He knows that he needs to make a big play to get himself back in the thick of things.
Gotta make something happen. And Laska almost gives it up with that misdirection of the Lloyd Rocket. It's a down tilt into the up smash. 98%. Laska put on notice. Next one of those will take the stock.
You see maybe trying to catch a poor defensive option with the Shadow Sneak again. But Laska able to escape. Just gonna waste no time running back to throw more projectiles.
Yep, just you can have that stage control. I don't want it. I want to be back here with my slingshot.
Yeah.
All right, Lloyd Rocket lets Laska get back up from edge for free. And then, what was that?
It looked like that was back
slingshot.
air.
All right, the tree's almost done being planted.
There we go. The plant once again gonna buy him some time.
Slingshot once more. There we go.
And
you can only dodge so many.
Just like in the cartoons, man. You can only avoid being hit by the piano so many times as, you know, once again, it is Laska that comes out on